Hey, Doug Trevino, Keller Williams Realty here in Greater Grand Rapids, coming to you today. Want to talk a little bit about, I've had somebody contact me, asking me, they were looking to sell their home, and they're asking me, hey, you know, what do I need to do to prepare my house to get it on the market and listed for sale, to have the best chance of it selling quickly and garnering the most interest? There's a lot you could do. It depends on the property. It depends on what condition it's in. But there are a couple of rules of thumb that you need to pay attention to. One of them, number one, is declutter. So if you have a house with a lot of things everywhere, it's just totally cluttered, get rid of the clutter. Simplify the house. Look at the house, walk through it as though you were looking at a house for sale and see how you feel about it. Declutter is absolutely very important. In many cases, it's great to have an agent go through your home because they're going to give you an objective opinion on what should maybe be moved and decluttered. And that sort of thing. Sometimes it's hard to get an objective opinion when it's your things and you live with them so long, it's difficult to see the forest for the trees. So definitely get an opinion, but declutter is a big one. Second one is, do we stage a home? Sometimes the things you have in your home, maybe those don't show the best. Maybe there are some rooms that aren't furnished. You may have a big house and some rooms aren't furnished. Do we stage a home? Listen, there are ways to stage a home these days without actually having to physically stage the home. Depending on case-by-case basis, there are things like virtual staging where you can virtually stage online for photos and that sort of thing that you could post in apps. I've done it, it's fantastic, and sometimes that could save a lot of money and serve just as functional a purpose by doing that versus having it physically staged. Just depends situation, but that's an option. So do we stage, do we not? Declutter, do we not? Number three, another important one, is the exterior of the home. What can you do to liven it up, make it look gorgeous, give it the old-fashioned curb appeal? That's something you need to know. Do you need to mow the lawn? Do you need to have maybe a little bit of landscaping done? Mulch, anything like that, especially not during a winter month or the early spring, but can you maybe mulch the yard, maybe put a few plantings out there, some flowers, things like that that may not cost a ton of money, but can go a long way in terms of increasing likability and appeal on the property. And the last thing to think about, number four, is are there any improvements you could do to the home that don't cost a ton of money, but will also go a long way? And these, I'm talking more superficial things. Things such as painting. Maybe you want to replace a few carpets, especially if some of the carpets are worn and don't show as nice or nicely, then you may want to replace those carpeting or replace those areas in the carpeting, maybe do some painting, do a few little touch-ups that give that house a little bit more of a pop. Those are things to consider too. I have a top 20 list of things to do. Put together a pamphlet that I give to my clients or anybody who's interested to help them get their house at its best before hitting the market. And again, everything's a case by case, but these are really great rules of thumb to follow and can really go a long way to get your house sold quickly. If you have any interest in getting that pamphlet and that booklet of the full 20 things, top 20 things to do to your home to get it ready for the market, get it prepared so it doesn't sit and it has the best chance of taking an offer very quickly, absolutely leave a message below. Let me know, message me, and I'm happy to get that over to you as soon as possible. It's an ebook and it can be easily emailed to you directly. Thanks so much. My contact info is below. Please do remember to subscribe and hit like on this video, and I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon again. Thank you.